Hello, welcome to the One and a Half Spare Time podcast. I'm Mr. Frank. I'll be sitting here talking to you for a few minutes. As usual, I'm wearing clothes. I'm wearing crappy clothes because I want to. Anyway, I was just noticing on my social media feeds, people were people are negative. That's why I love the internet. It's full of negativity and porn. But no, people. There's some people who were mad that Le Sserafim, when they were in Mexico, I believe it was their last show, right? Anyway, during their last song, they put on sombreros and ponchos. I remember they're in Mexico City performing, and I know this sounds off because every time I've played anything K-pop related and there was an ounce of sound, I wasn't allowed to play it. And anytime I played something official, this is a fan cam by someone there, so I hope this doesn't get taken off. But anyway, as you can see there in Mexico, you know, doing their thing. Apparently, this is very problematic that they're wearing sombreros and ponchos. She's wearing a baseball shirt that says Mexico City. This is very problematic. There are some people who are very offended, and when I mean some, I think like five. Once again, we pick and choose when to be offended, and so I'm asking, and I'm halfway joking. I'm asking, where's all the hate that Kiss of Life got? Where's all the hate? Where was the hate campaign to ruin Le Sserafim's career? Where, like, I just don't see it, and I do see a few comments, and it's just a few, and compared to what Kiss of Life got, it's amazing how much the culture has changed in such a short time. And I really think it's two things. It's nobody's like me, and you can still see it in the Kiss of Life comments. People constantly defending them and showing them support, and just telling people, if you don't like Kiss of Life, go away. You're wasting your time. We get it. You don't like them because they wore a baseball hat backwards. Then go away. And the same, and so you have that. Then you have Donald Trump and all the changes he has made, and the Charlie Kirk assassination, and just the negative and violent rhetoric on the left, because the people who are offended by this are the same people who want to trans your kids, the same people who shot Charlie Kirk, the same people who support critical race theory. Like it's the same group of people, basically leftists. Okay, and these people for the past year have been made to look really bad, and it's been increasingly more pressure on them, like social pressure, that like, you guys are embarrassing, like we don't want you people here. And so as you see, as time has gone on, less and less people are willing to attack people for dressing a certain way, or it's just been just less. And so what happens is you just have the extremists. So like, you'll have someone, like throw a firebomb at Ice Cube's truck. Did you hear that? Yeah, like Ice Cube the rapper. So like, they firebombed his truck because they thought he was ice. So you'll have extreme people, but the people who but those same people belong to the groups that don't like Le Seraphim dressing in sombreros and ponchos. But those people have gone away. So it's like the culture is changing, and the only thing left is the extreme psychos. So you'll I read like a lot of the comments, and there's people going like, this is a problem. I didn't know that Mexican culture was your costume. Like the same old bullshit, far left talking points. The people who think everything is racist, everything is sexist. There is no such thing as fun. If you're offended by this, you're an idiot. And if you're offended by Kiss of Life, um, doing the same thing, you're an idiot. But I just think it's great that it died down that much. Because remember, like it was so bad for Kiss of Life, they went to Europe and toured, and Europe loves them. And so like Kiss of Life became a lot more popular in Europe now because of this. And but the thing is with Le Seraphim, like they were a really big group, and so they're big enough where they won't have they won't have an anti campaign from the other companies, and they will and their supporters will push back even more than Kiss of Life supporters push back. So the people who are antis will get shut out and shut down a lot faster. So that's what happened with Kiss of Life, because even on the few bad comments I did see, they got shut down. That like underneath each comment, there's like 100 people going shut up basically, or like this isn't racist, this is just showing Mexico City that hey, we we like you guys, because usually when you like something you copy it, which is the same thing Kiss of Life did, but their fan base wasn't big enough, and because they were threatening the big three, it's been proven they send anti campaigns to attack people. So but Le Seraphim is too big. So like Le Seraphim could have wore blackface and that'd have been fine. But it's just glad to see that the tide is turning. But like Donald Trump is one of the main reasons why, because the woke mindset is the reason why people still think cultural appropriation is a thing. Okay, because it's not a thing. See, a perfect example. This person's like, cultural appropriation. No, it's not. I'm Mexican, and this is fun and cool. And then this same idiot. Okay, I changed my mind. It's not cultural appropriation. See, it just shows you how stupid these people are. Okay, and so and also the only people who should be allowed, I know, the only people who should be allowed to quote unquote be offended is a person who is like in charge of um Mexico's like each country has like a branch that promotes their culture. So if like the head of the Mexican Cultural Board is offended, then I'd be like, okay. And that's the only person that I would actually take serious if they were like, this is offensive. And even then, I still wouldn't take them seriously. Okay. So if it's just some random loser on the internet who isn't even Mexican, or isn't even black, or isn't even from the country that is claiming to be culturally appropriated, because that's who's usually doing it, like you can't take this stuff seriously. But the problem is, just like with anything, if one person comments on the internet, everyone else piles on. But as you can see on this thread, everyone is telling this person who is saying it's cultural appropriation, they're telling them to shut the fuck up. Okay? So, but the thing is, the same thing happened for Kiss of Life, but they're not as big, and they were getting death threats. As far as I know, the Seraphim isn't getting death threats, and so that's the big difference. And I'm glad that they're not getting death threats. I'm glad. Okay, and but also, uh, we don't know Le Seraphim's next scheduled concert. I don't think that's been announced. I don't think that's been announced. The problem with Kiss of Life is that their next concert was already scheduled, and so people were sending death threats. And so I think that's their one saving grace. But also, I'm pretty sure Le Seraphim's next outing is going to be in Korea. So Koreans aren't going to attack Le Seraphim in Korea because they were in Mexico wearing ponchos and sombreros. Okay, but anyway, what I'm just trying to say, the culture's changing. I'm glad people are more, and I think it's because they saw what happened to Kiss of Life, and like they saw that people stepped up, and like Kiss of Life did have a big campaign where people were making videos after video supporting them and putting down the people who were making fun of them. So it's just a good cultural shift, and I really think this is a cultural shift right here, where Le Seraphim can dress like a quote unquote different race, wear their clothes, and if you think about like in modern day Mexico. The only people who are wearing sombreros are like mariachi bands. Okay, so it's not like everyone's wearing a sombrero. Like it's so stupid. Anyway, but the culture has changed. Okay, the culture has changed, which is good. So I'm glad Le Seraphim is doing okay, and I'm glad they didn't get that death threats, and I'm glad everyone who said something negative about them has got shot down. So good. We are learning, and if this really bothers you, guess what? Do not support Le Seraphim, but don't take away other people's enjoyment. So the only thing you have to do is pretend Le Seraphim doesn't exist if this bothers you. The same thing with Kiss of Life. Just pretend they don't exist. The other thing I noticed, because K-pop is so negative when it comes to the fandoms and the netizens and just whatever, the jobless people. This has been going on for a while, and I hope I can. And I turned the sound down, and I don't know. Okay, so they're showing they're I guess they're doing a fan war between Illit and Baby Monster. Okay, so Illit dancing. I wonder if I hope it doesn't get restricted. So Illit dancing. Let's play a couple seconds of it. Okay, they're dancing. It's like their song "Jealous." It came out a couple of months ago. It just shows them dancing, and that's how they were dressed in the music video. They're kind of wearing pajamas, but they had a couple outfit changes. Okay, so they're just dancing, right? But it's live. Okay, and then they're gonna show Baby Monster dance. Just skipping. So nothing wrong with it. They're dancing, and then they show Baby Monster dance. And so they are mad that Baby Monster twerks in their dancing, but yeah. So I'm just showing you too. They're complaining about Baby Monster dancing. This is how they dance. Okay, and then do they show a different group? Oh, and then they show Ruka in Baby Monster not twerking. Okay. Here's the difference. And this is why people who are complaining, now once again, if you don't like the way Baby Monster dances, don't watch them. You don't have to make videos you know, putting them down and trying to hurt the people that support them. So, but anyway, I'm gonna show you the difference. So, this is Illit's desktop wallpapers for Illit. Okay, you see? Look at their wallpaper. Okay. Uh, who likes illit? Illit, whatever. Who likes this group? This group is liked by predominantly women, predominantly young women. Okay? So look at how. So this is their wallpaper. That's their wallpaper. This is how they dress for this. They're wearing this in the music video, and this is the choreography for Okay, so they are marketed to young women. Young women support them, buy their music, watch their videos. So they act accordingly. Okay? Baby Monster, this is their wallpaper. It looks more mature. They look older. They're acting more mature. But, look how they're dressed. They're dressed like I don't know, like everyone has a different thing. I call this dress like you're going on a date, or like dress like the cool girlfriend kind of. The vibe is totally different, right? The vibe is totally different. Do you know who likes? Do you know who likes Baby Monster? Men. Men like Baby Monster. Their fan base is mostly men. I wonder why. Because this is what guys like. Men like Baby Monster is marketed towards men. Who would have guessed that Baby Monster is marketed towards men, but Islet is marketed towards women? Look at the difference. Look at the difference. So I don't understand why people are trying to say that illit, Islet. I keep saying their names different. I don't know why people are saying that one is better than the other. Okay, if you like Islet, then just like them. You don't have to put down Baby Monster to make your group seem better. It doesn't make sense. I don't understand. You don't have to consume this media if you don't like it. If you don't like Baby Monster, then don't watch it. If Shakira twerking bothers you, don't watch her. It's that simple. If Shakira twerking bothers you, don't watch it. Don't support it. Don't watch their videos. Don't listen to their music. The group is marketed that way on purpose. Okay? The company, I know this is hard to believe. There's millions of dollars on the line if for these groups, okay? Investors, stock market, the whole thing, okay? They are told to act a certain way. So if the company was like, "Hey, we're gonna lose money because you're twerking," or "We're gonna lose money because," but they have style. So like even these outfits, someone dressed them, okay, because it's gonna make them more money. It's gonna get them more fans. So the company is like, "Hey, we need you to do this. We need you to do that." And if their twerking was hurting album sales, or the company did not want them to, trust me, they would not do it. These girls can't even choose their own hair color and hairstyle. The company does that. So it just blows my mind that there's a lot of posts on social media about how Baby Monster sucks because they're not like Islet. When Islet has a completely different fam. If you like Islet, you probably don't like Baby Monster. And if you're like a super Baby Monster fan, you probably don't like Islet. So by wanting or saying one is better than the other, it makes no sense because the people who like them are completely different. The fan base, the fan base for these groups couldn't be, or like the polar opposite, like literally the polar opposite. And then when you look at their pictures, when you look at Baby Monster, and then you look at their look like they're, well, that's New Jeans. I think that's a joke by putting New Jeans there, but anyway, because people say Islet and New Jeans are the same, but when you look at Islet and then you look at Baby Monster, look at this, completely different marketing, completely different marketing. It makes no sense to compare these groups. This is obviously, obviously they're trying to get adult men, okay? And then this group, obviously they're trying to get females, because like a guy's not gonna like this. Okay, so this group is gonna dance completely different than this group. There is going to be no similarities between this group. Trying to say one is better is just stupid and pointless. So I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. It's just, I don't know. I don't know. But just it's just, K-pop is so toxic, and when I mean K-pop, I just mean the fans, the people who, from trying to cancel, for trying to cancel Le Seraphim because they wore ponchos. Why, I don't know. Just there's just so much negativity when it comes to the world of K-pop, and I know the culture is swinging back the other way, where people are getting shut down instantly when they come out and try to cancel someone or try to say someone's better, and it's really not. You just don't like it. Like someone will say, Le Seraphim is the best K-pop group ever. But it's just because you like them, and that's okay. To be technical, the best K-pop group ever is the K-pop group that's made the most money, because that's how that's how you view success. Who's making the most money? Who's getting the most views? Blah 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 blah. But anyway, I've said my point. I've said my piece. I made my point. Anyway, you guys have a good one. I'll talk to you later. Peace.